The dreaded imposter syndrome. It's what keeping many of us from being as successful as we could be in our different businesses, in our personal lives, and for me, in the life of a trusted accounting advisor. So nearly all of us have felt like imposters at one time or another. So we have these anxiety-inducing thoughts about our incompetence or lack of qualifications. So we sit in silent agony thinking, oh, we're going to be revealed as frauds and shown the exit. So when I started doing advisory services, I had those thoughts. But guess what? You and 70% of the people around you, including myself, are part of that same club. Feeling like a fraud at times is decidedly normal. After all, members of the Self-Admitted Imposter Club include Nobel Prize winners, Facebook COOs, actors like Tom Hanks and Tina Fey, and even tennis icon Serena Williams. Nobody knows everything. So you want to really try to self-check yourself about those negative self-thoughts and talks that you have with yourself. Well, how could I possibly do this? How could I possibly know more than the person that's in business? Well, guess what? You probably do. And especially as a bookkeeper or a CPA that's in a client's books all the time, looking at what's going on, you're noticing things. And so when you present financials to them, you're sharing those things that you're noticing. And guess what? Those are advisory services. So you're already doing it. So you're not an imposter, you're already doing it. And nobody knows everything all at once. So you pick what you can bring to the table. And what I found is that business owners really need someone they can talk to. So they really want to share with you, these are the challenges that are happening in my business. This is where I'm having trouble understanding things. Or my cash is too low, but my accounts receivable is really high. What do I do about that? They will have some of the most basic questions that you will be able to help them navigate through. So you just create a game plan. So you're listening to what they're saying, you're creating a game plan, and then you're implementing it. And so it becomes an evolution from, oh, I'm an imposter, I don't think I can do this, to, well, let's give it a whirl. Let's just go ahead and talk to this client, see what happens. You got to just get in there, put your toe in the water and just do it. And as you start to talk to that person, and remember, everybody's different. So you're going to be talking to that person. You're going to be listening to what they're saying. You're going to be sharing some of your thoughts, and then you're going to help them get from point A to point B to point C, to where whatever is keeping them up at night isn't an issue anymore. And that is advisory services. And you're no longer an imposter. So what you want to do is really look at strategies for turning imposter thoughts into opportunities. So think of them not as an imposter to be recognized and called out for, but an opportunity to seize those chances to then help other businesses, to help them see, this is where you need help. This is where I can, as an advisor, make things clearer for you. Sometimes it's just that clarity, and it's going to be back and forth conversation. And you're there as a trusted advisor. Okay, so you're trying to gain their trust. Okay, so you want to first embrace uncertainty. So you have to accept that every action we take has uncertainty in it. Okay, so if you accept this fundamental truth, it'll help you differentiate what we can control, what we can influence, and what we need to. Nobody knows everything. Like I said before, every person without exception has a blind spot, and acknowledge and address your weakness with courage. But don't allow the weakness to undermine your skills and your self-worth. Okay, so you got to really believe in yourself. Okay, that is so important. So tennis player Serena Williams' coach says, to be able to want something, you must first believe in it. Then add some hard work and everything becomes possible. So confidence has to be practiced. Regularly investing time to showcase your strength will reinforce your confidence. So start out with those first couple of clients. Before you know it, you'll start to feel more confident that, yeah, I do know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I can grow. And as I grow, I'll help my clients grow. So you want to keep a success inventory, right? So you want to make sure that you know what your successes are, big and small. Okay, along with the list of skills and personal qualities you use to get yourself there. If you're being detailed and specific, it will help you to notice your own strengths, see patterns of behavior that made you successful. And this exercise will also highlight instances where you used credit for your success and discounting those that were saying, oh, you're just an imposter. You have to reframe your perspective. So I always say you have to become uncomfortably comfortable with being uncomfortable. So find excitement and fear, gratitude, and curiosity amongst the anxiety. So don't let those negative emotions control the narrative. And then you will find the courage to act. You don't have to have all the answers. Nobody expects anybody to have all the answers. The best leaders don't know everything, but they're willing to work collaboratively through uncertainties to be a learner versus a knower. Okay, you got to breathe. Okay. Dr. Dorothy Simichevich says the difference between anxiety and excitement is breath. The dangers look less bleak. Prioritize making time to step back from situations in order to reframe your perspective. And finally, reconnect with your purpose. Reorient yourself to your guiding values. What do you stand for? What motivates you? What matters to you? Purpose gives us the courage to move forward even when afraid. So look at this straight in the face. Say, I am not an imposter. I do know what I'm talking about. And as I learn and grow, then my advisory services are going to learn and grow and become larger and bigger than when I started. So start small, start with a couple of clients, start to feel your oats, start to feel comfortable, start to be that trusted advisor for somebody. And all of a sudden, those negative thoughts will go away. And you'll be able to embrace every new situation, every new client, and say, I can do this. I may not know initially exactly what to do and how to do it, but I can figure it out and I can get my clients where they need to be. So stop being an imposter, stop having those thoughts, and become that trusted advisor I know you can be.